Back live from the Las Vegas Convention Center at Clean Show 2011, there has been so much interest in the Easy Products booth, which has been jam-packed all day, and their latest new breakthrough on innovation unveiled here at the Clean Show. I'm honored to finally have an opportunity to sit down with the inventor and the CEO and owner of Easy Products, Dave Brown. Dave, a real pleasure to share a moment with you today.
Well, thank you. It's good to see you.
Dave, please, just for purposes of historical perspective, what, in the simplest words possible, led you to this industry-leading heat seal labeling solution from Easy Products? You're an engineer by trade, and what led you to this invention and now all this tremendous breakthrough success? In fact, several dry cleaners just got through saying that it represented one of the greatest leaps in evolution and innovation in all of dry cleaning. What led to this?
Well, I'm flattered. We've made heat seal machines since 1989, and we managed to sell them one or two at a time to a few dry cleaners. And out of the blue, the phone rang one day, and the girls who take orders answered it, and they got an order for 54 heat seal machines from a man named Larry Bergman. Put him on his American Express card. The girls came in all happy with this big order, and I said, man, I got to call this guy and see if this thing is for real. And I called him up, and he said, yes, it's for real. I said, well, why do you need 54 when everybody else is buying one or two? And he said, because I'm buying into this industry automation thing that's been in Europe for a few years, but has never been in America. I'm buying an automatic assembly system. He paid $150,000 a piece for 3 of them. Put him on his American Express card. So I said, do you mind if I deliver these machines to you personally? I'd like to see what you're doing with these machines and teach your people how to use them. He said, that would be wonderful. So I delivered them to him. I met the people. I met the people from Metal Progetti who were installing them. And I said, why don't you guys offer my heat seal machines to your other dry cleaning customers who are going to buy these? So we did. And we started selling machines to the major dry cleaners. It was only major dry cleaners that could afford to spend $150,000 for a machine or $300,000 or $400,000 for automation. So we started getting into the major dry cleaners in America over a 1 or 2 year period of time. And then we had a technical problem with our machine. A component was becoming unreliable, so I said, I'm going to redesign it, and I'm going to put a little digital computer in it. So I went to the 7 largest dry cleaners in America who are already our customers, and I said, look, when you come to Orlando to the Clean Show, why don't...
Excuse me, I want to make sure that I heard that right. 7 of the 10 largest dry cleaning operations.
These 7 largest dry cleaners in America.
These 7 are your customers?
These 7 largest dry cleaners in America were my customers. And I wanted to know if we could have a focus group when we came to the Clean Show in Orlando, and they said they would agree. I said, we're going to design a new heat seal machine with a digital computer in it, and I'd like to get your input. And so I'm going to bring a couple of other heat seal machines with me so we can talk about them. And we did. And these 7 people owned, among them, every heat seal machine in America. Sometimes they owned 2 or 3, sometimes they owned 20 or 30, and they had good and bad things to say about all of them. And at the meeting I said, look, I'm giving you guys the magic wand. You can design the ideal heat seal machine, drawing upon all of your industry knowledge, and just tell me what it is, and I'm going to go make it. And when the smoke cleared, and we had all the facts written down on a piece of paper, what they really wanted was, they wanted all of the features of a $4,500 pneumatic press that weighed 200 pounds, and a little box no bigger than a toaster that weighed less than 15 pounds, and they wanted it to cost less than $1,500.
I see. So every dry cleaner that I've talked to on the attendee side, and my job is to research the show floor for latest innovations and really get feedback from operators of dry cleaners, the attendees here at the show. I continue to hear by far the best value, number one, and number two, what I continue to hear is that there are claims of similar results, but they're really big, bulky, I've even heard outdated systems that very often damage garments, and that not only you have the greatest value in terms of what you offer, but it has flexibility, and they talk about something called platens, all these different types and sizes of platens to accommodate any type of document. What does all this mean, and why is it meaningful?
Well, when we designed our new machine, basically dry cleaners could now get $4,500 worth of features in a little box for $12.95. And all 7 of the people in the focus group obviously started buying them because they're the ones that told me they had to have them. And these were the movers and shakers of the industry. Every one of them was either a president or a vice president of a regional association. Their sons and daughters were now the officers of those associations. These were the movers and shakers of our industry, and the medium-sized dry cleaners all looked to them for advice when it came to doing the latest technology, and they were following in their footsteps. So they all started coming to us. And then we started getting more requests. I mean, the labels that they were putting on were little tiny labels. And they said, we don't want a great big platen, we want the tiniest label that we can use for putting that platen on. So we designed interchangeable platens. You could just lift our old big platen off and drop on a little tiny platen, put on a little tiny barcode.
Well, what about RFID? I haven't heard one word about RFID yet. Does this mean that a dry cleaner also has to invest in RFID technology as well as your systems? To be fair.
No, dry cleaners would love to have RFID technology. If I could just invest a couple of words in telling you what RFID technology is, that would probably help you. The RFID technology is they have a little tiny computer chip about as big as a dime, and you can heat seal that with a little patch inside of a garment. You can throw 100 of those garments in a bag, hit it with a little gun, and it will identify all of those garments on your computer screen. So it's magic stuff. The industry that is using that almost exclusively is the industrial uniform and linen rental business, because they do mass quantities of things. However, it leaves a lump in the garment. You can make a blue-collar worker in the factory wear a shirt with a lump in it, and he doesn't really care. But if you take your wife's $300 silk blouse and you put a lump in it, she's going to hate you. So RFID technology is not really being used at dry cleaners at this time.
You've led me to swear away from it forever. Go ahead.
It's evolving. There was a product in Europe that was a little teeny tiny wire about 2 inches long with a tiny little glass bead in the middle of it, and it could do the RFID stuff that the big dime-sized things could do, but it wouldn't withstand the laundry and dry cleaning process. So it really wasn't practical for a dry cleaning usage. But that technology is going to mature, and one of these days it's going to replace barcodes. And we have designed a platen that applies all of that RFID stuff. So a few industrial uniform plants are using our heat seal machines to apply RFID tags, and a few dry cleaners have experimented with doing it, but no one's doing it in volume.
Am I hearing that for a minuscule percentage of total RFID investment, that the same thing can effectively be accomplished by one of your just changing platens?
For $39, you can convert from doing our barcode labels to RFID.
That sounds like a yes to me. Dave, I have to tell you, as one of the great recognized innovators in our industry, it's a real pleasure spending some time here with you, and certainly look forward to the next segment. This is one of the booths and one of the new innovations, especially your new, I believe it's referred to as the NewGen pneumatic digital pop-up, and really looking forward to a full-scale demo of that tomorrow. So I want to thank you graciously for your time and congratulate you on your tremendous success and wish you the best of success here at the show.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure seeing you again.
Pleasure's all mine. We'll be right back.